Hey guys, it's Christian, your Vancouver realtor, and the topic for today's video is bully offers. We're seeing a lot of bully offers in this real estate market because buyers are very desperate to get homes. And a bully offer is a preemptive strike. It's an early offer before the actual deadline for offers. Now, I got to tell you, I think bully offers should be banned. And I'll say very clearly that bully offers to me are sort of that middle zone, the half pregnant. What I mean by that is when a listing agent sits down with the seller across from the kitchen table and signs the listing, there's a document that we realtors have to present. It's called the DRPO, Direction Regarding Presentation of Offers. And the seller has a choice. It's very simple. The seller can choose one of two things. One, they say, we're going to deal with offers on a first come, first served basis. Or we're going to hold back offers for a deadline, on a deadline the following Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever it is. That's fine. And I'm okay with choosing A or B. What I have a problem with in this real estate market right now is we have this half pregnant response where, the listing agent will advertise offer deadline next Tuesday, and that makes my clients think we have a whole week to get in the property. Right? Maybe a private viewing on a Thursday night, or we'll go to the open houses on Saturday or Sunday afternoon. And then all of a sudden, Friday night, when we're out for dinner at 9 o'clock, I get a text message that says the sellers are looking at an offer and they're dealing with it right now. And so we have about 2 hours to respond to that. Well, that doesn't seem like a very fair process. Certainly not to my buyers, my clients. Maybe if you're a buyer out there, you were thinking of visiting that open house the following day, and then your realtor messages you at 10 o'clock at night Friday telling you, look, if you got to make an offer on this property you haven't even seen. Not very practical, not doable. So this is something that I think needs to be solved. You have a choice, which is deal with offers on a first come, first served basis, or you hold offers, and that really means holding back offers until the deadline, the following Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever it is. So I think that's something that the Real Estate Council should really look into. I don't know whether or not they're going to. I know the province is looking at, the BC government is looking at making some changes to the real estate industry. A lot of that is off base, but this is one that should be set in stone. Okay, let's talk a little bit more about bully offers. We are in a very fast-paced, moving market. A lot of buyers really wanting to get in. A lot of townhomes, for example, getting 12, 20 offers. I made a video about this 3 weeks ago. You can check my archives. Talked about 12 offers on a townhouse. Well, that actually happened, and we're seeing a lot more. So what the strategy here is for a lot of buyers is, okay, let's go view it on a Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, and what we're going to do is we're going to come in with a really strong offer that's going to blow the seller's socks off. That's really only when a bully offer works. For example, you looked at a townhouse, it's listed at $999 and a dollar under $1 million. And you say, okay, we like it, let's go in just shy of $1.2 million. That's when a bully offer works to the buyer's advantage. I mean, it's a big, strong, aggressive offer. It can't have any subjects on that, no financing, no inspection, none of that. And it's got to have a bank draft. That is the power to a bully offer. And if a buyer's going to do that, that's the only way to get it through. Now, if you're on the seller's side, and if you were working with me, I will tell you this. 9 times out of 10, whatever that bully offer is, I would suggest not accepting it and waiting until the deadline, because when you get 30, 40, 50 viewings through Saturday, Sunday open houses, you're likely to get as much or more at the deadline. So you're putting more money in your bank account when you get 6 offers, 12 offers instead of looking at the one bully offer. That's been my experience 9 times out of 10. Okay, so you really, as a seller, you want to hold back. Now, the other thing is, when you have that bully offer come in, the buyer has shown their cards. They basically told you what they're willing to pay. So you know what you can get for this property at this point, right? So you kind of, you're a listing agent. If I were your listing agent, I would be communicating that to the buyer's representatives. Look, we had a strong bully offer, but we said no to it. It was a very compelling offer. And you remind the buyer's agents of this. And you know that group is going to circle back on the Tuesday at offer deadline and come back with that offer or more. That's been my experience 9 times out of 10. So I wouldn't rush to grab a bully offer if I were a seller, unless it really does knock your socks off. But like I'm saying, if I were the province, I would say set in stone. It's one of two. Offers on a first come, first serve basis. It means you're first in line. You get to take first at bat and go for it. Or number 2, you're holding back offers, and that's that. I don't like this half-pregnant response that we have right now in the real estate industry. And I think it's very confusing for buyers. It's very confusing. It is also for the real estate agents. It needs to be fixed. Okay, a few other points on this. What happens when there is a bully offer? As the listing agent, we have a duty and obligation to present that offer to the seller, despite the fact that the seller has signed saying they are delaying offers to the following Tuesday. And the seller then has the option of dealing with it or not. If they decide to work with that offer, meaning they want to accept it because the price is so high, they can choose to do that. The listing agent, I can't tell the seller not to accept it, right? It really is their choice at the end of the day. What the listing agent does have a responsibility to do to all the other realtors that have expressed an interest in writing through text message, email, etc., is to respond to those buyers' agents. And if there were 27 inquiries, I would then phone back and email or text message 27 realtors who have expressed an interest, because they have a right to know, one. Second, they have to inform the client. Third, their client may wish to write an offer on the property. And as the listing agent, of course, I want to get as many offers as possible. So that's just a little bit of the nuts and bolts of how it actually works. When you do receive a bully offer as a listing agent, you have to get back and you have to communicate to all the expressed interested parties that you have an offer in hand. It expires in about 4 to 5 hours, and if your clients are interested, you've got to make an offer right away. Okay, and I have to say this is the most bully offers I have seen in my career. It's been since the start of 2022. And I think it's just the desperation. There's not enough inventory out there. There's so many more waves of buyers coming to the market, and they're just pulling out all the stops, right? No stones unturned, left unturned, and they're trying everything. And if that means a townhouse is listed at $999, they're going in at 1.15 and saying, hey, look, here's a bank draft, no conditions, take it or leave it. But as a buyer's agent, you must then communicate to the seller's agent that this really is a take it or leave it. Because if you come back the next Tuesday, I know what you're going to offer, and you're probably going to offer more than that. You've shown your cards, right? So as a buyer, you kind of want to think a little bit about the strategy behind that. I think the best thing that you could do really in this market is just be quick to view a property you're interested in. So don't wait until the open house. Go on a Tuesday night. Go on a Wednesday morning within 24 to 48 hours. That way you've seen the property. And if you were my client, I would then share the strata documents with you. If it's a strata property, we would go through those documents. And if a bully did come in, we're now ready to respond. Okay, it makes it a lot easier that way. Plus, you want to make sure you always have liquid funds of 5% available, because that's going to be your bank draft. So if it's $1 million property, minimum, you've got to have $50,000 sitting in your account, which you can write out, and that would be your deposit. Your deposit, of course, forms part of your down payment. So I hope that's made it we've been clear here. A little bit about bully offers. We've seen a lot of them in 2022. Hopefully we don't see too many more of them. And we'll see you next time.